Hello and welcome to Python tutorial for validating data. Today our focus is on validating data, and validating data is a very important topic because validation is a process of any programming system in which it is automatically checked if the data entered meets a certain criteria or not. You might have noticed when you're entering a username, sometimes it says no special characters allowed, only underscores allowed. That is validation. So when you're signing up to a website, you're entering a username, it explains you that you are allowed to enter only numbers and alphabets, alphanumeric data, and maybe with underscore, but not with special characters, not with spaces. So this is one of the examples of validation of data. The other example that I can give you for validation of data is for password. So nowadays, whenever you enter a password, it's showing you password is not strong, or this it's not the strength of password is weak, something like that. Okay, that is also a type of validation because these checks are placed when you're entering the data. Okay, so before your data is stored in a database, these these are the checks that will make sure that your data and your username and password falls into certain criteria. Similarly, sometimes when you have given a field of enter your email address, and in the email address you enter your email address half, it will ask you to complete your email address. Okay, so it will ask you to validate your email. That is called validation for email address. Like, it will check if you're having at the rate of sign or not. Okay, so this type of validation helps to collect correct data, accurate data, or data in a form that it will be more useful. Okay, data that falls outside the criteria will be considered invalid. While validation cannot guarantee that data entered are accurate, but it doesn't mean, but it but of course it does ensure that the data are reasonable and is able to filter out many obvious mistakes. As I've told you, like validating an email address. So if you are not written at the rate of, it means you are giving an incomplete email address, and that won't be useful at all. Okay, so such problems are solved. Okay, I will write on more about validation in the comment here. Let's start our program. First thing we are going to do it validation of data, and we're going to talk about validating an email ID. This is sort of an easy thing, so I'm going to start from here. When you're validating an email ID, okay, it means you're going, what is the thing which tells you that it's not a username, it's not a password, and it's an email ID? Okay, what do you think? At the rate of sign. So we'll check for the at the rate of sign. If at the rate of sign is available, if we can find at the rate of sign in the entered email ID, it means that our email ID is correct. So first of all, we need to ask from our username, from our user, to enter an email ID. So I'm writing email. Email is equal to input, enter your email ID, colon, space. So the person will try to enter the email ID. Now, sometimes people do mistake, they write on a capital email because their caps lock is on. Or usually the email ID is all in small letters by convention. And so that's why we are going over user a little, what should we say, we can convert, we are giving them an edge. So even if they're writing in capitals, we can convert it in lowercase, and we can check if the email ID is correct or not. So we understand that they have accidentally pressed the caps lock on. Okay, so what's the function that can convert our email ID into lowercase? The function that can convert our email ID into lowercase, it's not, there is no function for that, there's a method for that. So we're going to check for that method, and that method is called lower. So we're just going to call our lower method, and it will convert all our email address into small letters, into lowercase. But before we do that, we have to check that if there is at the rate of sign or not, because if at the rate of sign is not there, it means it's not a valid email ID. Okay, so the function, so the method that is used for that is called find. Okay, I'm gonna write down a variable test here. Okay, and I'm gonna check if email is having, can find, I'm applying a find method here, and I'm checking for at the rate of sign. Now what happens with find method is that find method will try to find out at the rate of sign whatever the arguments you have given inside it, and if it will find it, it will return the index, the position of at the rate of sign in the email ID. So let's check what is in our test. And the type of test is usually an integer. So we'll do it stepwise so that you can understand each and everything that what's happening. So I'm printing the test here, and we'll check it. So when I'll run the program, it's asking me to enter email ID. So I'm writing an email ID. As soon as I enter the email ID and I press enter, what is going to happen? It will, next line 4, it will check that if there is at the rate of sign there or not. And it will, whatever the answer is, it's going to store in test, and I'm printing test so that you can see that how find works. So it's giving me 5. So why it's giving me 5? Because 1 is the position for the index value for A is 0, then for S is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So index, because strings are considered as an array in Python, so index value for at the rate of sign is in this specific case is 5. And what is the type of test? It is an integer type, but just to show you the same thing, I'm printing the type of test so that you can see. It will make your if condition, it will help you to understand that how if condition is working. So I'm writing here some email ID at the rate of gmail.com. Okay, so I'm printing the type of test is integer, so it means we're going to compare here. Now comes our conditional structure. So if at the rate of sign is there, then we are going to start working with our conditional structure. So where the find is a special method in which if at the rate of sign, or if the string is not being found in the string that you have entered, it will give you an answer -1. Okay, so we are going to compare if test is equal to -1. What does it mean? It means that uh, our answer, our, it means that at the rate of sign is not there. So we are going to just print enter a valid email ID. Else, what is the meaning of else? Else mean that if test is not equal to -1, it means that there is an at the rate of sign and our email ID is valid. Then we are going to make it more valid by formatting it. What formatting is required? We are going to convert it all in lowercase in case if our user has accidentally pressed the caps lock and entered it in capital. Then we are going to remove all the extra spaces from start and end, so that if we're going to store it somewhere, it will be in the correct form. Okay, so we're going to say now when we put it in lowercase and again stored it in email, now we're going to use the same email one, and I'm going to do it strip method. Strip method is the method that is used to remove all the extra spaces from start and from end. And in the end, to show you, I'm going to print welcome, and I'm putting a plus, that is a concatenation operator for our strings, and I'm putting the email, this one, the variable email. So it will print the email again. Let's run the program and look for any errors. It's asking me to enter an email ID. Let's say I'm writing and I'm writing, and then I'm putting a caps lock on so that you can see. So when I press, it has converted everything into small and has printed in small letters the valid email ID. But one thing that is gone wrong is that welcome is sticking with our email ID. So I'm just going to put a space here. Okay. Then it will be more readable. Let's run it again. And this time I'm going to put an invalid email ID. So I'm writing and I'm pressing enter. It's saying enter a valid email ID. Now what is going to happen if it's invalid, if it cannot find at the rate of, it will pass -1 value here and the condition false here. So if test is equal to -1 equal to -1, it will just say enter a valid email ID and it will break. It will not even reach else. It will never ever run as else part. Okay. So let's run it again for a valid email ID, but in capital so that you can see how lower is working and how strip is working. I'm going to run the program. I'm entering a valid email ID, but all in capital. And then what else I'm going to do? I'm pressing some spaces. So you can see I've added a lot of extra spaces in the end. So when I press enter, now because it's a valid email ID, it will say it will convert everything into small letters and will print it in small letters. Try it. You can validate it more. The challenge for you is could be that find out .com in the end. Or, okay, so this could